Before this video actually starts, I did mention I was going to do creator code shoutouts for people that do show proof within my Discord that they are using my code within the item shop. Again guys, you don't have to buy anything, so don't worry about that. You just have to literally put code Fxtch in the item shop, and as I said, send proof into my Discord server, which will be linked down below, and you can get a shoutout. So today's shoutouts are going to go to Red the Fire Type, Untitled, and Nathan Committed Spook, and also some guy called NXW5N. Bro, you really need to change that name. I don't even know how to say that name, honestly. But yeah, shout out to those guys for using my creator code. Really does support me. Thank you very, very much. Again, you know what to do if you want to shout out. Link in the description. Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with a brand new YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to be comparing both DirectX 11 and DirectX 12, and I'm going to be showing you guys all of the key differences, everything you need to know, advantages, disadvantages, and at the end of the video, I'm going to conclude and tell you guys what version you should be using. I know there's a lot of confusion with this stuff. I did make a video on this like a very long time ago, but yeah, things have changed since then, so I'm just going to clear that up all in this video. Make sure you do watch the entire video, therefore you do not miss anything important. If you go ahead to enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, really does help support me. We've been setting like goals. I think we should go for 300 likes on this video. Do you think we can do that? 300 likes on this video in the first 24 hours of upload. I think we can do it. Slap that like button, silly. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. So first of all, I think what we're going to do is start off by explaining exactly what both DirectX 11 and 12 are and their key differences. So DX11. DX11 is shorthand for the term DirectX 11. In this video, we will refer to it as DX11, therefore it's just easier. But DX11 is a rendering API or application programming interface introduced way back in 2011, which Fortnite used to run multimedia hardware within their game. DX11, despite being fairly old, is still very doable in this age of gaming. It works super efficiently in the fact there are usually very little bugs or stability issues, and best of all, DX11 is compatible with near to every graphics card on the market, meaning even those with low-end systems can use this and run games at ease. And now moving on, as for DirectX 12, which we'll refer to as DX12, this is, believe it or not, another rendering API. Just this one I would say is fairly newer. It's part of the new generation of APIs and was released solely for those using both Windows 10 and compatible GPUs back in 2015. I think around late July, summertime this was launched. Now DX12 being fairly newer technology and games only just beginning to allow players to take advantage of the wide range of benefits this has, this unfortunately does mean that there has been very little testing done, also meaning that stability problems, bugs, anything like that are very much common with this over DX11. And don't worry, we are going to get back onto that topic later in the video, but now let's go over some pros and cons of the two. So starting with DirectX 12 and the benefits you'll get from using this. So benefit number one, when using DX12 and having your game set to full screen, as well as enabling full screen optimizations for your game. Don't worry, I will show you how to do later in the video. This will actually give you something called exclusive full screen, which in DirectX 12 you can actually not get whatsoever. Now, what is so good about exclusive full screen? Short and simple, when having this, you'll basically just get lower input lag and your game will generally be a lot more responsive. And the reason for this is because of something called WDM, which I believe is an abbreviation for Windows Desktop Compositing Lag. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what WDM lag is. It's something along them lines. And yeah, basically when using DX11, that will no longer be present as long as you have enabled full screen optimizations due to the exclusive full screen. And yeah, the desktop compositing lag that you did have before will basically be gone, and in turn that will reduce your input lag within the game. I think I made that sound very much more complicated than it needed to be, but basically you'll get no input lag, you get no input delay, your game's gonna feel really responsive. That's only if you are using exclusive full screen, which at the end of the video, keep watching, I will show you how to do. And now another great thing about DX11, I say this is like benefit number two, I guess. And this is, as already mentioned, it has been tested so many times. Like overall, Fortnite is very much more optimized for it. So basically this means that it is generally a more stable DirectX version to be using, at least in regards to performance. And again, you could have literally a potato graphics card and it will still work with near to no issues whatsoever. And I know I mentioned this, but basically yeah, DirectX 12, it's not very stable. It's known to be very, very unstable. Not many tests have been done on it. It's just generally a pretty rocky DirectX version for like the most part of things. I guess this also takes it into the other hand of things, and I guess we'll just go straight into the disadvantages of DX12. So DX11, not many disadvantages, I guess. I think the advantages to DX12 will kind of shed light onto why DX11 isn't so good, so I guess just wait for that. But DX12, I guess we'll just mention some disadvantages right now, and yeah, that is just that it's very, very unstable, and it also does require you to actually update your driver. So your actual NVIDIA driver, you will need to update it to the newest version, and the newest driver is generally just not very good. I made an entire video talking about the the whole DLSS situation. I also mentioned ray tracing and all these new like 3D settings which were implemented with the new Nvidia driver update, and basically they're just not the best, and that's for the most part of things. Like for some of you guys it may be different, but for the most part they're not the best. Again, I made a whole video on that. I'll link it down below. That'll explain more about the new driver and why it isn't so good, but basically you don't want to be on that. And when using DX12, you are kind of needing to update your drivers just therefore it's up to date, and I guess you get no issues, even though you'll still get issues. It's just all complicated, and I think that is kind of the only disadvantages to DX12. It's just unstable as it can probably be, and this isn't for everyone. Like I'm just gonna mention now, it's kind of dependent on your system. For the most part it will be unstable, as like I've said this already, but it is system dependent. So honestly I would go out your way and try it for yourself. Actually try out both DX11 and DX12 and see what's better. Actually I know another disadvantage for DX12 that I didn't mention, but usually when using DX12 your game will crash a lot more. So if your Fortnite is crashing very often, DirectX 12 could be the reason for that. I know there's usually tabbing out issues with DirectX 12, which is also an issue, and tabbing out a lot can also make you crash. It's kind of just a known thing. But then again, let's go into some advantages of DX12. One advantage is that if you are getting unloaded textures in Fortnite, sometimes actually going over to DX12 can actually help render these textures better. I know with DX12, for the first few days of using it, you may get some lag, but over time your performance may get better. This is because DirectX 12 uses a technology which remembers textures within the game. So for example, if you have a tree, I seen someone else do this example, but if you have a tree within Fortnite, that tree will be rendered by DX12. It'll be saved into like a file or a folder almost, and DX12 will remember that. So when it next comes across a tree, it next sees a tree in the game, it will have it already pre-rendered, and with that happening, it means your GPU doesn't have to work as hard, and that in turn can give you more performance and increase FPS. Now that is what it's meant to do, and I guess it does do that to some extent. So I guess that explains why like the whole unloaded texture issue is kind of fixed with DX12. Again, it's for the most part, like it's not going to help everyone. Overall, if you want like the general best average FPS, DX11 is the way to go. And I think that brings me on to my conclusion. This video is all over the place. I kind of got lost on my tracks, but where I want to end this video, where I want to conclude this, is DX11 is more stable. That's all you need to know. It's more stable. You get less input lag using DX11. No, I don't want to hear anything about the low latency features that are on DX12. Like honestly, they're not the best. Again, I've made a video covering all of that. I'll link it down below. Like you've got to watch that after this. It kind of just ties in. It will all make sense. But if you guys have any more doubts on why DX11 shouldn't be used, I guess keep them doubts. It's fine. You can watch the video. Maybe that'll change your mind a little bit. Again, try it out for yourself. I want you to go out your way. Try both DX11, try DX12. For the most part, DX11 will be the best version for you. A lot of graphics cards also are not compatible with DX12 anyway. So if you do have lower end cards, specifically GTX cards, so any of the lower end GTX models that were released, DX12 won't work for you anyway. Like your graphics card, your GPU will just not be compatible. So honestly, using it is just pointless at that point, and you're only losing performance. So yeah, I think you should know that. But yeah, now I'm over on my desktop. What I'm gonna do is show you guys how you can actually enable exclusive full screen for Fortnite and reduce your input lag when using DirectX 11. So what you're gonna do is go to your file explorer. So I've got mine open here. You're gonna find where Fortnite is installed. So mine is actually on my C drive right here. It should be the same for you. Mine is right here, Fortnite. Yours may be in your program files. So program files, maybe x86, but mine is actually right here. So my Fortnite folder should be in one of your drives wherever it is installed. So your Fortnite directory, it shouldn't be hard to find. Now I'm gonna go here. You wanna go to Fortnite game, binaries, Win64. You wanna scroll down until you find Fortnite client-Win64-shipping. You're gonna right click that, go down to properties. When you're on this window, you wanna go to compatibility. And what you wanna do is where it says disable full screen optimizations, you need to tick this box and press apply. Now what that'll do is it disables full screen optimizations, gets rid of WDM, Windows desktop compositing lag, and that in turn will reduce input lag, because basically having this enabled, so I guess just having this unticked, that induces input lag to your game. You're not running exclusive full screen at that point, and yeah, you get desktop compositing lag. But it's literally that simple. Another thing you can do is actually run the program as administrator. It's kind of like a placebo thing. You get more FPS, more placebo. I've already said that. Another thing you can do is change high DPI settings. I think I just may as well show you this right now. Make sure this box is ticked and ensure that it's set to application. Press OK and make sure that's applied. And yeah, now you're all set. You will be an exclusive full screen. Your game should feel a lot more responsive. And yeah, guys, that is it for the video. I know I kind of got lost on my tracks. Hopefully this video wasn't too complicated. I'm guessing if you watched this point, it all made sense. Basically, DX12 is just not so good. You're gonna have to watch the video down below to understand a little bit more about that. But try it out for yourself. It, I guess, is subjective in some way. If you're getting a load of textures, DX12 may be the one. If you're getting a ton of Fortnite crashes, DX11 is the one. If you have a low-end graphics card, DX11 again is the one. I literally have myself a 2060 Super, an RTX series graphics graphics card, so a decent graphics card. And I use DX11 myself. It's proved to be better. Like, it's generally so much better for performance for myself. Again, it's somewhat subjective. A lot of pro players, I know Mongrel, I believe, uses DX11. Pros such as Mitro, like some of the biggest pros you know in the game, are using DX11. And why do you think that is? It's just generally better. I mean, I gave you all the advantages in this video, the disadvantages, all of that. You can, I guess, take that how you want and then conclude the decision for yourself. Again, try them out. Let me know in the comments what your results are, what you actually think. Like, I would actually love to know how it works for you and what you believe is better. I may pin some comments, like and heart some. I'm going to reply back to them. It'd be just interesting to see. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. I hope everyone has an amazing day. It's been your boy Fetch, and yeah, peace.